Class, we're going to have our first painting day today. All right, we're going to learn how to paint with acrylic paints this time. So we're just going to have a brush and only black paints because we're just going to practice making lines, kind of like we did line sculptures, we did lines before that. We're still working on making cool lines and what kind of picture we can make out of that. So we just have a brush, black paint, no water because we're not going to change any color. We're all going to have these trays. I want to work on these trays, keep the brushes and the paint on the trays. I'm going to move it to the side for a moment. And we start with our white paper. I've already got my name on this side, and then I turned it over on the back because we don't want to make art over where our name is. That's the first thing we always do, remember? Now I'm going to, so you can see in the video, I'm going to pull my paint over this way. And we're going to start by just by making lines. Now first, we're just going to get some black paint on the brush. Now I'm not going to just dip my whole brush in there. I want to get paint just on the tip. All right, so I'm not going to get over the whole brush. You see that? I just have it mostly on the tip, and then we're going to just start with lines. What kind of lines can we make? There could be curved lines, straight lines. Let's start with a straight line. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to make a straight line. I'm going to make a diagonal line. That's a line that goes from the corner down to the other corner. So I'm going to start here, and I'm going to carefully go like this. Now you notice that my brush starts to run out of paint. I'm going to turn it over on the other side and try to just straight as I can, being really smooth, and I'll get a little bit more paint on the tip, and I'm going to continue just making that straight line. And I'm still just trying to make a straight line that goes diagonal from one corner to the next. That's pretty good. Now let's try some other lines. And now when you make more lines, you can make it crisscross another line. Remember, we could do a zigzag line. So I'm going to do a zigzag line that's going to cross this straight line. Go zig, zag, zig, zag. Now it's starting to run out of paint, so I'm going to get a little bit. Remember, I'm just keeping it on my tip. If you can see from this video, the paint's not covering the whole brush. I'm just using the very tip of my brush, okay? And making a zigzag line, that kind of straight, and it's going to go zigzag up there again. And then zigzag this way. Get a little bit more on there. All right, now what else can I do? Now I can make a bumpy line. I'm gonna make my bumpy line along this straight line to make some, and it's gonna, now it's creating some kind of cool shapes too. What other kind of lines can we make? We can make, let's see, curving lines. Remember, just a little bit of paint on my tip. Maybe this can curve up and around like that. Also, we can make dotted lines. Maybe I can make my dotted line go along this line, dot. But see, the dots go, they follow a line. Let's see, what else could we make? We could make straight lines going across that have a stitch, kind of a stitch type of line. We can make more lines that curve and loop, and we can make it, whoops, do that again, sorry about that. And I'm going to make it loop. It's going to go across some lines, make some different kinds of shapes. Maybe I'll make some more. Maybe I'll make some more straight lines that are going to divide the page up. I can go across my lines, but I'm not going to completely cover my lines up. That looks pretty good. How many different kind of lines I got? I've got a curving line. I've got a dotted line, that's 2. I've got a straight diagonal line, that's 3. I've got a zigzag line, that's 4. I've got a bumpy line, that's 5. And I've got a looping line, that's 6. I've got a stitch line, that's 7. I wonder if I've missed any. Maybe you can come up with some other kinds of lines yourself.